Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to explore a fundamental question in JavaScript that can sometimes be tricky to answer. How do you get the class of an element? Specifically an image, this is an important topic because understanding how to access and manipulate classes in JavaScript can greatly enhance your web development skills. Whether you're building a simple website or a complex web application, knowing how to work with elements and their properties is crucial. In this video, we'll dive into the world of DOM manipulation and explore the steps involved in getting the class of an image element using JavaScript. By the end of this tutorial, you should have a solid grasp of not just the solution, but also the underlying concepts that make it work. So, let's start with the basics. In HTML, we can assign one or more classes to an element using the class's attribute. For instance, if we have an image and we want to style it in a particular way or apply certain behaviors to it, we might give it a class like profile picture or gallery image. Now, when it comes to accessing these classes in JavaScript, things can get a bit more complex. The key is understanding how to select the element you're interested in, and then how to retrieve its class. To select an element, you typically use methods like document the element, document get once by class name, or even document query selector. For our purposes today, let's say we have an image with a class of profile picture that we want to access. We can do this using any of the aforementioned methods, but for simplicity, let's stick with getElementsByClassName. However, since we're focusing on concepts rather than specific code snippets, it's essential to understand that these selection methods return either a single element or a collection of elements that match your criteria. If you use getElementsByClassName, for example, and there are multiple elements with the class profile picture, you'll get a nautilus back, which is essentially an array-like structure containing all of those matching elements. Once you have selected your image element, getting its class involves using the className property of that element. The className property returns a string containing the classes applied to the element, separated by spaces if there are multiple classes. To illustrate this concept better, think of an analogy where each element is like a person wearing different hats, classes. If you want to know what hat someone is wearing, you can simply look at them and list out all their hats. In our case, we're doing the same thing but programmatically with JavaScript. So, let's summarize the key points. 1. Selecting elements use methods like getElementsByClassName to select elements based on their classes. 2. Accessing classes once an element is selected, use its className property to get its class or classes as a string. Remember, these concepts are foundational in JavaScript and will serve you well in a wide range of web development tasks. And that's it for today. We've covered how to get the class of an image element using JavaScript. Understanding this concept opens up a lot of possibilities for manipulating elements on your web page dynamically. If you have any questions or need further clarification, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments below. Your feedback is invaluable in helping me create content that's more relevant and useful to you. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you out, and subscribe to my channel for more web development, tutorials, and tips. See you in the next one.